Hey everybody, this is Paulio Jr. again, and today I wanted to show you how to um, basically charge your battery and your phone um, if your charging port goes out and stops working altogether, so that you're still able to use your phone, how you need to. So this is a Android. It's a HTC Thunderbolt. It's a couple years old, but it's still really good. I think it was really one of the first like HD recording phones that came out a while ago. So we're working under the premise that this charging port is done. So we can't charge the battery, and we can't if the battery's almost dead, we can't use we can't power the phone directly either to use it plugged in. So to work around that, and obviously everything's going to be different here, like the way that the batteries are situated and all that, but they all work on the same premise. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take out the battery. So we got, let's put the case to the side. So we got the battery and the phone. So now what you have, what you're going to still need is some kind of USB cable. As long as you have a male end, it could be the cord you're using to charge the phone or whatnot, but as long as you have this male end, you don't need the other side. So from here, like I would probably cut, maybe like down to here, give yourself some room for the wire while you're, maybe a little bit further, because when you're going to strip this, and then there's going to be 4 wires inside that you're going to need to get work with. So to save time, I've already done that. And so when you do strip that end of the wire, so this is what we have. We have these two. This is the other end. So on this end there's going to be 4 wires when you strip off the black, and that's why I have these really old crappy wire strippers here. I use that middle part that just says wire cutter because it cuts them really thin. You could also use like a pocket knife that has a really fine blade or scissors. But when you do cut this part, you're going to have 4 cords. The red, the black, a green, and the white. And the green and the white I have down here. I cut them so they're not really visible. But you're just going to get rid of the green and white altogether. That's your data transfer. You don't need that. We need the power. So the red is the positive and the black is the negative. And so the first thing that we can, and make sure you have some electrical tape too. So on the battery there is a place that says negative and positive, and when you flip it over, it's those terminals. That's the negative terminal, and then that is the positive terminal on the opposite ends. So what I first do with the cords is I just try to bend them and make sure none of the wires are spinning out, but I bend them at a 90-degree angle. I try to, at least. So now they're like this. Let's get a piece of electrical tape ready, and what we're going to do is situate these guys. So this is going to be, we want to get the red and the black on their appropriate terminals. So we're going to kind of, the best we can here is bend them on there as best we can. So, and once you get them close enough, you're going to want to tape those wires to the battery so they don't move. So they're right there like that. So that's on, the black wire is on the negative. I know it's really small, so I'm trying to get close here. And the red is on the positive. Now, the first thing you can do is cover this part with electrical tape, and so the black and the red will be on their terminals, and they're not going to go anywhere. So you can actually charge it like that, and then plug this USB into the computer or into an AC adapter, and it will charge the battery. That's the one way you can do that. The other way, which I think is more efficient, is you have it like this, and So we have them on the terminals pretty much, so they're not really going anywhere. They're bent, they're on their appropriate terminals. We're going to, let me get rid of some of this excess tape here if I can. Okay. So what? I didn't want to go over the battery and not close. So we're going to just put this directly into the charging port, just like that. So red's on the positive, black's on the negative. They're in there, they're taped down right now, so they're not really gonna, there's no wiggle room for them, and they're actually gonna go directly on to the port on the phone that the phone uses for power from the battery, since we don't have any power coming from the charging port. And then from here we can plug this in, the same thing, into the computer or into an AC adapter. And what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna just cover this just a little bit more. With this case, if you have the wire that's still thick like this, you're not going to be able to put your case back on it. So what you can do is strip this black wire down all the way and then just have the thin wires left, and you could just have it so you have just the black and the red wires left, and that might be thin enough that you'll be able to put the case back on. But right now we're just working on hey, I can't get into my phone, I have to get into my phone deal right now. And so this is something you could do at home, and it will cost you nothing and take you, a couple minutes to put together. So after this, we would plug it into, some sort of charging port, whether it's the computer or an AC adapter. I'd probably do the AC adapter because the voltage coming from the AC adapter will be a little bit more. The amperage will be a little bit higher than going to that. I had to cut the video short because somebody came in, but long story short, like I said, you plug this into an AC adapter so you can have the power supply, so you can have more power going and charging the battery faster. So from there you can just turn on the phone. I'll usually wait like 10-15 minutes to let the battery charge up a little bit and then turn on the phone itself. And then basically what's happening is, as this is plugged in and you're using it, you're just essentially just continually charging the battery, and the cell phone is just continually drawing power from the battery, and that's it. The battery is now the phone's only source, and now that source, the battery is being charged continuously, it's just going to keep drawing power from the battery, because we don't have the charging port anymore. So that's all that's really happening. The battery's just continually getting charged, and the phone's just saying, okay, we don't have anything plugged in, so we're just taking the power from the battery, and that's it. So you'll never see a charging icon with this little method here. So right now I have it plugged into the computer, but I've had it charged a little bit earlier. But as you can see up here, the charging port, where the battery power is, it doesn't say it's charging. It just says basically the battery's full, and that's it. So there's no icon that's saying, hey, there's something in the charging port or anything like that. But everything will still work perfectly. All your stuff will be there. It's just a really quick way to be able to use your phone. And like I said, you can use the first option of just charging the battery by itself with one of those cords. Maybe leave it off for a while and then put the battery back on and cover the case without having to do all that. So, but This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, and I know it's been around for a while, but I never actually tried it until my charging port went to hell. So if you like this video, please leave a comment, please subscribe. I'm usually going to do a lot of either how-to videos is probably going to be my main feature on the site. So if there's anything you want me to do, or review, or program you want me to check out, or something you want me to do, I'd be glad to try it out. So, but thank you guys for watching. That's all I got tonight. See ya.